Good morning, children. What's up? Are you completing your homework? Are you going through your subject? So don't leave the classes, children. Open your textbook. Go on reading. Previous class we have taught many. So this is a seventh session, children. Session 7, children. It's a 8th class session 7, children. So today we are going through some of the social issues. What it is, children? So children, today this is 7th Krishis High School's 8th class, 7th session, children. It's a, what is this, children? What they are doing? What do you think of this? These are called rack. Some people are, children are working there, and these are the social problems in our life, like a childbirth, deaths, child labor, woman harassing, throwing the children into the garbages, child marriages, superstitious beliefs, many harassing, teasing, many other children, social issues in India. So what are the social issues in our India? Shall we go through our lesson, children? It's unit 2. In the previous class, I finished my unit 1. Today we are going through unit 2. So children, what is the main theme of the lesson? Social issues. As I showed the pictures now, our main problems, what are our social issues at present? Like child marriages, like unemployment, killing the children in the early age. So in this particular unit, in this particular theme, we are going to read 3 sub readings like Oliver as Famo and The Cry of Children, and reading part C, Reaching the Unreached. This is a trigger sheet, children. So we are going to the next page, face sheet. Read the saying given below and answer the question that follows. Home is the happiest place in the world. Oh, home, everyone want to live in a home or house. Where you'll go? I'll go to my house. What is the difference in between a home and a house, children? Home? Yes, I'll go to my home. Home and house. That is my house. That's my house. Showing the outer part of a walls. Showing the building from outside is called house. Home. Home is nothing but a where we have our dearers, where we'll get a love, affection. Some people are waiting to meet for us. Some people are waiting to care for us. Some people are there for us. Those who are very, very near us, like mother, father, like our sisters, brothers, that love, where we'll get love and affection is called home. Yes, everyone is wanted to live in a home. Is it right, children? Home is the happiest place in the world. That's the difference between a house and a home. House is the outer part of a wall. From far, I can show my house, but I'll go to my home. This is the difference, children. Yes, my home is the happiest place in the world. Everyone's happiest place is in the world is a home, because that is a place where we'll get love, affection, care, everything. So today What does the sentence means we discussed? Do you agree or disagree with your views in the saying why? Do you agree of this statement, children? Is the home happiest place in the world? For everyone, yes. Everyone need home. Do you like your home? Yes. Why? I already told. Where we our mother, father, our children, our relatives, especially our nearest mother, father, grandfather, grandmother, or uncle, aunt, everyone's love and affection will get in the home. If it's a big family, small family, mother, father, children, or sisters, brothers, siblings. The feeling of a homeless child. So now, yes, we have a home, we have a father, we have a mother, I have a brother, I have a sister. But some people are there by birth only they are living in the garbages. Some people are there, those who do not have father, mother. They're like a useless. I showed, I showed some pictures to children. Those who are highly homeless guys. Those are called orphans. Those are called orphans. So what is it? Do you find such type of people in your locality, children? Those who do not have mother, father, or sleeping on the paths, pavements, or the roadside people, those who are living, two or three guys are living on the where footpath, eating there only, sleeping there only, though no one is there to take care. So such a people are called orphans. Or we can see some people, those who are picking the rags to earn the money. So obviously, what is your feeling? How you are going to help them? So he gave an oral discuss talk on that, the feeling of a homeless child. And this is a social issue. It's a social issue, children. So that's the reason under this, we are going to, in these social issues, we are going to read homeless child. Who is that homeless child we are going to read? Our reading part A is Oliver asks for more. Oliver asks for more. This is an extract. This is an extract means apart, apart lesson, a small part from the novel Oliver Twist. Children, this is an extract. Extract means nothing but a part, a part of the, apart from the novel. A small part from the novel has taken from Oliver Twist. This Oliver Twist, written by the British novelist Charles Dickens. Charles Dickens. He was born in the year 1812 and he passed away in the year 1870. It is a story of an orphan boy named Oliver who is brought to a children's home. From orphanage to children's home he brought. So now Oliver asks for more. What he's going to ask for more. And this is a small part taken from a novel named Oliver Twist. This Oliver Twist novel was written by a British novelist named Charles Dickens. This is a story about an orphan boy named Oliver. Recently, he has brought from the children's home. Here, now it's an orphanage. Orphanage means many people. I told no, many were there. Many people has brought here. See here. Here we can see the image. So here, Mr. Bumble walked on the long strides. Who's this Bumble? Bumble is the warden. Here in the picture we can see. In the picture we can see this the personality who stood here. His name is Bumble. who walked on a long strides. Long strides means children like a way of style. The wardens, high authority people, how they walk with a different body language, putting their hands back and showing their status, stage, position, and taking a long steps. That is called strides, children. Little Oliver, firmly grasping his gold-laced cuff, trotted beside him. See, he's observing the person Bumble. He is the Bumble, children. See how his body language strode Mr. Bumble. Gold-laced cuff is there, whole of his coat. Understood, children? So Mr. Bumble walked on with the long strides, little Oliver firmly grasping his gold, means following his instructions, his hand, which has covered with a gold laced cuff. Cuff is nothing but for the hand, it will be the cuff till here, the coat will be, it was bordered by the gold laced. If you go through somewhat the British films, there we can see a different type of coats which was covered by the plated by the gold lace. So Oliver had not been within the walls for the workhouse a quarter for an hour. So Oliver is not from the orphanage. He has brought from the children's home. Now he is in the walls of the workhouse. Quarter of an hour. Before quarter means 15 minutes. Full 100% in 60 minutes. In that quarter means, so think 20 minutes before or 25 minutes, 30 minutes. Quarter means only the fourth part of an hour. For 15 minutes before only he has brought to the workhouse. When Mr. Bumble informed him that the board has said he was to appear before it forthwith. So Bumble, just now he was brought to the workhouse. So immediately, Oliver just he brought from the children's home to the workhouse. Then Mr. Bumble Warden informed him that the board said, what's the board here? What's the board is nothing but a group of people were sitting to meet about an important session, to take an important session. It's like a meeting, a group of people. Here in the picture we can see, children. I see this is the board. This is the board, children. So here a group of people, maybe the judges, maybe a group of official personalities sat together to take an urgent meeting. Is called a board. But the person Oliver, a boy, and often Oliver doesn't have any idea about the board. He thought something. So he was appeared before it forthwith. Forthwith is nothing but a children immediately. Forthwith means immediately. Not having a very clearly defined notion of what a live board was. So the Oliver or orphan boy don't know, don't have any idea. Notion means idea, children, underline it and write down. Notion means idea. What was the live board was? Live board is nothing but like this. All the people were sitting in front of him. That was a live session. They called him to appear in front of the board. So, but he don't have any idea about the board. Oliver was rather astonished, surprised by this information, and was not quite certain whether he ought to laugh or cry. See, children, if you are going to a strange place, any hostel or anywhere, first day or within an hour, what we can guess? We don't know anything. Even the orphan boy, Oliver, also doesn't know anything. So what to do? By listening this, he was surprised, and he couldn't say that he could laugh or cry. He don't know that what's a board. Immediately Bumble came and he said, board has said to appear you immediately. So he had no time to think about the matter. I told no, he just don't have any time. So Mr. Bumble asked Oliver to follow him into a large white washed room where 8 or 10 fat gentlemen were sitting round a table. So that was a live board, children. Mr. Bumble asked, "Oh, follow me." So, and Oliver and Bumble followed Oliver. Both of them followed him, and they both were moved to the large white washroom. See, this is a large, very big whitewash. Is nothing but full of white in color. There, what he has seen 8 to 10 members, 8 to 10 fat gentlemen. They were fat, not thin. Fat gentlemen, fat gentlemen were sitting round a table, At the top of the table, seated in an armchair rather than high of the rest, was a particularly fat gentleman with a very round and red face. You might have seen the court children, I think so. In the court, how the situation will be. Down round table will be there. There all the lawyers will sit, and above that, and the main part, and the high chair, judge will sit, children. Judge in the high chair, judges will sit. That is the thing. I'll show you later what it is. So that was a live meeting is going on there. How was it a fair gentleman? He was a particularly fat gentleman with a very round face, red face, very round and red face. He was very fat. Obviously, those who are fat, they have the round face and red in color. Even Britishers were obviously they are in white in color. So we can say. At the top of the table, okay, finished. Bow to the board, said Bumble. Bow to the board means bending their head. He should bow. In our cases, we are doing the namaste something. Wishing to the board. Bow to the board. We should not stand straight, children. We should bow. So bow to the board, said Bumble. Oliver brushed away 2 to 3 tears that were lingering in his eyes, and seeing no board but the table bowed to that. By seeing all this, what happened to Oliver? Oliver brushed away. In the Oliver eyes, in the eyes, the water is going to lingering. His eyes is full of water. He couldn't see what is going on there. Where how many people sat. So when the Bumble said, "Bow to the board," his eyes is full of water. He couldn't say anything, so he bowed to the table where the people sat. "What's your name, boy?" said the gentleman in a high chair. Those who sat in a high chair, he asked them, "What's your name, boy?" Oliver was frightened at the sight of so many gentlemen. Till now, he didn't see such a situation, so he was frightened, shocked to see, very feared, thrilled. He was trembled to see such a sight. Sight means such a situation with many gentlemen, which made him tremble. That made him tremble. So worried by seeing such a people, many people in that. The beadle gave him a tap on his back with his cane. The beadle, the person, he gave what he did. He gave a tap. Tap means in his hand a stick is there. No children, with that he hit on his back. He gave one hit on his back with a cane. Cane means bamboo stick, which made him cry. Oh, that is a thing. That's why his eyes is full of water, I think so. Boy said, Gentle boy, said the gentleman in high chair. Listen to me. You know you are an orphan, I suppose. The those who sat in a high chair, the person is saying, talking to whom? To the Oliver. Listen to me, child. You know you are an orphan. You are an orphan, I suppose. What is that, sir? Inquired poor Oliver. He doesn't know, he doesn't have any education. He's an illiterate guy. This is the thing is going on. He doesn't know anything. So he doesn't know the meaning of an orphan. So again Oliver asked, what is that, sir? Inquired poor Oliver. The boy is a fool. I thought he was, said the gentleman in the white waistcoat. The day that people who sat near the round chair, on that chair, they started mumbling that the boy is a fool. I thought he was sharing their views, said the gentleman in the white waistcoat. All the people sat there in a white, they wore white waistcoat. Waist means till the waist it will be. Till the waist it will be. The coat will be till the waist. Like you people wear inner coat. Under the coat, again, like a brazier, something will be there. No. Hush, said the gentleman who had spoken first. Oh, you know, you have got no father or mother, and that you were brought up by the parish, weren't you? So, hush, he doesn't know the meaning of orphan. You don't know the meaning of orphan. Spoke at first. Then he said, you don't have a mother and father. You brought up by a church people, parish church people, weren't you? Yes, sir, replied Oliver, weeping bitterly. Weeping bitterly, crying, weeping. Crying means normal cry, children making some noises. But weeping means continuously going on, just a rolling or continuous cry is called weeping. Going on crying, all the tears were rolling from the eyes continuously. That is called weeping. What are you? What are you crying for? Inquired the gentleman in the white waistcoat. Why are you crying, child? What happened to you in that way? The gentleman asked. I hope you say your prayers every night, said another gentleman in a gruff voice. Another person is asking, I hope daily you are going to pray to the God. Every night you are going to do the prayers. In a somewhat a rough voice. And pray for the people who feed you and take care of you like a Christian. Oh, and you are going to pray for the people, those who are feeding you, those who are giving food for you, and those who are taking care for you like a Christian. Christian people maintains the orphans and orphanages, trusts. Yes, sir, stammered the boy. Yes, sir, stammered means he couldn't speak properly. Stammered nothing, something. Well, you have come here to be educated and taught a useful trade, said the red-faced gentleman in a high chair. Well, we brought you here to be educated, to give some education to you, child, and we are going to make you to learn some useful things to do the business. Trade is nothing but a useful business, said the red-faced gentleman in the high chair. Oh, those who sat up, no. So he said that we brought you to give the education and to teach you some tips to do the business. So you will begin to pick oakum tomorrow morning at 6 o'clock, added the surely one in the west. So you will be begin to pick oakum, means we are going to start you to pick. The oakum is nothing but a long process. The process which is the trust is going on. We are going to include you in between the children oakum. Tomorrow onwards we are going to start at 6 o'clock. They said, okay, those the people, those who were vice principal. Oliver bowed low, directed by the beadle, and was then hurried away to a large ward where, on a rough, hard bed, he sobbed himself to sleep. So meeting was finished, live board was finished, ended the meeting. Oliver again bowed low to the people and directed by the people, directed by that beadle, the person who has taken care of him in the live board, no, the beadle, the person. Then hurriedly, these people, he has taken him to a large ward. You people might have seen the hostel children. There you can see a many beds side by side going on arranging. So that was a large ward where we can see a rough, hard bed. He showed him a bed. Then he said to sleep to that night. He sobbed. Again, cry, weep, sob. These are the synonyms, children. In a different situations, we will use such a meaning of cry. It is also cry, but sobbed due to pain. Its pain is there. Till now, he was free. No one is there to say, to tell anything, to put into to give the instructions, to beat. But now he is in the four walls. Someone is there to instruct him. Someone is hitting him. Someone is there to put him into the process. Then he sobbed then he cried due to pain himself to sleep. Then he slept. Poor Oliver, as he lay sleeping, unconscious of everything around him, the board had taken a decision that would change the course of his life. Poor Oliver, as he laid on the bed, he forgot everything and he slept. And he forgotten the live board, where he was, everything, and due to that continuous weeping, he slept. Then now, the board has taken a very important decision that they are going to change the course of the orphanage people. They are going to change the course system of the orphanage life. So children, till here, till here, this is session 7, till here, just what is your homework, children? So find out all the hard words like trotted, or quarter, grasping, firmly, forthwith, notion, astonished. What's it? I told already, ought. But once again, you go through these all the hard words and write it in your book and search out, refer the dictionary and get the meaning, children. That is your homework. That's your homework, children. So what is your homework, children? What's your homework? Find out the hard words and go through the dictionary, find out the meaning for that words as well as the parts of speech. As well as is it the word is a noun or pronoun or noun, pronoun, noun or a verb or an adjective or an adverb. This is your homework, children. Thank you.